Right now at 5, a proposal that could cost you hundreds every year when you could see a spike in your utility bills. And a grant to bring hunting back to Wisconsin. How the DNR is making hunting more accessible.
Streaming 24/7 on the News 8 Plus app. You're watching News 8 Now at 5.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us at 5. I'm Ken Kozarowski. The city of La Crosse is looking to increase water rates. News 8 Now's Grace Monk joins us to explain what this could mean for residents. Grace.
The city is proposing a nearly 65% rate increase for residential customers, as long as the state says it's okay. According to the city, it's spending nearly 70% more on infrastructure improvement and about 38% more on operating costs than it did in 2018. If approved by the state, the rate of an average customer using 4,000 gallons per month would increase from $17.88 to $29.67 per month. The city says the increase would allow them to replace aging infrastructure to continue providing safe and reliable drinking water. Here's what one resident had to say.
Yes, it is a lot of money. The percentage is huge, but if they would do it incrementally over time, it wouldn't be so bad. But the infrastructure is very important. So yes, I would agree that it should be done.
This would be the first time water rates have increased since 2019. A public hearing will take place at 11 a.m. on July 29th at the Black River Beach Neighborhood Center. And if you can't attend in person, you can participate via Zoom or mail your comments to the Public Service Commission by July 31st. You can find those details on our website. In the newsroom, Grace Monk, News 8 Now.
Thank you, Grace. A News 8 follow-up. The 26-year-old who was pulled from a burning pickup truck on the 4th of July has died from his injuries. According to his friends and family, Cody Krieger passed away around 2 a.m. today. A link to the GoFundMe for his family is on our website. Happening today, District 3 has a chance to sit down with Mayor Shondell Washington Spivey. He's hosting a meeting with the community at 5:30 at the Nature Place. After tonight's event, the mayor has 6 more community meetings left. Wisconsin is taking a new step to address its nursing educator shortage. News 8 Now's Brooklyn Hines shows us how it could help train the next generation of nurses.
Governor Evers has recently approved an emergency rule that allows more qualified registered nurses to teach courses. Prior to the new rule, nurse educators needed a master's degree to teach in a clinical setting. But now, experienced registered nurses with the right credentials and supervision can step in.
To allow them to have an avenue to continue to share their wisdom and their knowledge by teaching with this flexible rule is going to just be great on both ends.
Nurse educators do still need a master's degree for lecture-based instruction, but the new rule provides flexibility for clinical instructor roles. Coming up at 6, hear from the Wisconsin Nurses Association about how they think this may help workforce shortages. Reporting in La Crosse, Brooklyn Hine, News 8 Now.
Well, in the meantime, it was a great day to be outside. Greg, temperature's very comfortable, and this could be the start of something very consistent.
I don't know if consistent, but it is the middle end of July, so these temperatures typically are not going to continue. But we do got at least one more day of 70s. Like I said, this is what you would expect in early June or even the end of May type temperatures here. With that northwest wind too out there and some cloud cover, overall it was quite cool compared to what we have been. Currently, right now, we still got a north wind, about 14 up to about 20, depending on location, 75 degrees, a little bit of haze still out there from smoke aloft, not going to be at the surface, and a lot of low-level cloud cover. You can see it all streaming to the south here as all that cooler air begins to evect into the area. There's your wind speeds, too, out of the north, so it's been quite blustery all day, especially further north. So as you go further north, actually 15 to 20 with some gusts, 25 to 30. Now, this evening, cloud cover will slowly decrease, probably not until after sunset. We'll see the winds also decrease, getting back down to 68. It's going to be far less humid, too. Similar for Eau Claire, clouds linger until about sunset. That low cloud cover cumulus will go away after sunset. Winds also begin to get down there under 10 miles per hour by 10 p.m. 64. Now, we are going to slowly warm up. Nothing too crazy yet, but we do have some heat, humidity returning, but not until the weekend. So we'll explain all that and show you when we might get some more thunderstorms, too, a bit later in the broadcast.
All right. Thank you, Greg. The Army Corps of Engineers is repairing the miter gates at Lock and Dam 9. Built in the 1930s, the gates have been worn down and distressed, leading to some serviceability issues. The new improvements will increase navigational longevity and operational readiness.
One barge on a 15-barge tow is the equivalent of roughly 134 semi-trucks. So it's a lot more efficient in terms of moving commerce up and down the river.
The replacement is part of an ongoing project to replace all miter gates from Malacan Dam 2 to 10. Horse Sense is on the move. The La Crosse Area Community Foundation gave the group a $14,000 grant to buy a horse trailer. Horses were loaded up and sent to a new home in Coon Valley.
But sometimes horses need a trailer not on everybody else's schedule. So having this is a huge step towards independence for us and able to really take care of our horses and to be able to potentially go out into the community and see what we can do.
If you want to support Horse Sense, you can visit our website, news8000.com. Wisconsin is seeing a decline in hunters, and the DNR is putting money behind fixing it. It's offering grants to help recruit folks. News 8 Now's Seth Padilla has more.
The Hunter R3 grant, standing for Recruitment, Retention, and Reactivation. It offers up to $75,000 total, with individual awards capped at $25,000. The money goes towards organizations and individuals providing hunting education, and for those who will break down barriers to make hunting more accessible.
Hunting has traditionally played a big role in how we conserve wildlife and their habitat. There's a lot of good benefits and research out there showing that just getting outside and being exposed to green spaces can have really big impacts for your mental and emotional health.
Projects that have been funded by the program consist of renovation to archery ranges for urban schools and scholastic clay target programs. You can apply by visiting the Hunter R3 section on the Wisconsin DNR's website. All of this to combat a changing environment impacting hunting negatively.
Way more people living in cities nowadays. So whether that's a cultural thing or even just a physical access, and then income and age structure are the other two big drivers. So the baby boomers are aging out of hunting right now.
The deadline for applications is September 15th. If you had damage from the floods in April, you're in luck. The FEMA Recovery Center in Westby is now open. They're located at Our Savior's Lutheran Church. The center can help with immediate needs like housing and food insecurity.
We're talking to people who've lost homes, that may own a home or may rent a home. They've lost their job. Maybe they were unemployed for several days. We've turned on all the benefits that a person might see when they come to a disaster recovery center.
Monday to Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Still to come, Defense Secretary Hegseth testifying on Capitol Hill. The testimony coming amid ongoing strikes in the Middle East. And a medical marvel, how a mother of 4 became a mother of 8 in one day.
Tomorrow on News 8 Now this morning, advice from an expert on how to reset your goals for the year. Plus, Burger King launching a new rule for picky eaters, and Nicole has a cool down. We'll see you at 5 a.m.
At Maxwell White, we want you to love your water. Clean and clear water free from bad taste and odors. The water professionals at Maxwell White will test your water and evaluate any existing equipment, providing the best solutions for you and your family. Call Maxwell White today. Water conditioning done right.
Chevy drivers across America will do a lot in the next 5 years. But one thing they won't do is pay interest on their new Chevy. Right now, get 0% financing for 5 years on all 2026 Silverado 1500 models. With no payments for 90 days. Because you've earned this summer. Now it's time to go get it.
Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in Wisconsin.
Your home's first line of defense? Your roof. And here in the Midwest, storms can do serious damage before you even notice.
Or maybe it's just time for an upgrade. Old shingles, clogged gutters, those small issues, they turn into big problems fast.
At Larson Keeney Home Services, we install roofs and gutters you can count on season after season.
And we make it easy. From inspection to installation, we handle everything.
Call Larson Keeney Home Services today
and protect what matters most.
My moderate to severe plaque psoriasis held me back, but now I'm all in with clearer skin, thanks to Skyrizi.
Most people achieved clearer skin from head to toe. Many were 100% plaque-free. And many were completely clear, even at 5 years.
People also saw significant improvement in pain, redness, itching, and burning.
Don't use if allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Nothing and me go hand in hand. Nothing on my skin, that's my new plan. Nothing is everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
Tired of hard water and harsh chlorine? Maxwell White Water Conditioning brings you the all-new dual media water softener. Say hello to softer skin, luxurious hair, and water that feels amazing. Call Maxwell White today, where better water starts here.
A News 8 follow-up, Taco Bell is now facing its first lawsuits over the Cyclospora outbreak. An Ohio man and a Michigan couple are suing. The FDA says lettuce is linked to about 90% of cases among Michigan Taco Bell customers, even as the agency just walked back a positive test result on lettuce from supplier Taylor Farms, calling it a false positive. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth testifying on Capitol Hill for the first time since the recent escalation of hostilities with Iran. It comes as the Pentagon identifies the third U.S. soldier killed in the last week. Nana Bonsu reports from the White House.
Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth explained to the Senate Appropriations Committee Tuesday why the Trump administration is seeking an additional $67 billion for the conflict with Iran.
The military requires a generational investment to deliver on peace through strength.
His testimony comes 10 days into escalating military strikes between the U.S. and Iran.
President Trump has, by any objective measure, failed to achieve his goals. Our country is no safer or better off than before the war.
Earlier, he was in the Oval Office where President Trump threatened Iran amid reports Tehran is moving its nuclear stockpile.
Any site where they're even thinking about nuclear will be hitting it very, very powerfully.
Also Tuesday, the Pentagon identified the U.S. soldier killed in Iraq this weekend as 30-year-old Sergeant Michael Emanuel Swinson of North Carolina. That's in addition to the 2 soldiers killed in Jordan, whose names were released Monday.
President Trump said he plans to attend the soldiers' dignified transfer ceremony at Dover Air Force Base.
It's a great honor for me to do it. These are people that want it, and they feel like I do, that Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon.
The Oval Office meeting was with Lebanon's president as Lebanese troops began replacing some Israeli forces in parts of the country Israel took control over in its war with Iranian-backed Hezbollah. Nana Bonsu, CBS News, the White House.
Now, a Washington Post Ipsos poll shows just how unpopular the Iran war is. 68% of Americans said the war wasn't worth fighting. 28% said it was. George Santos's next gig, reality TV show contestant. The former jailed congressman will appear on the 5th season of Fox's Special Forces World's Toughest Test. Santos will go through chemical gassing and other military-themed challenges in a Malaysian jungle. The show airs this September. And talk about a life-changing surprise, a woman in Australia giving birth to identical quadruplets. Emily, Harriet, Alexa, and Catherine were delivered by C-section at 28 weeks and 4 days. The sisters are among the rarest quadruplets in the world, a type of pregnancy doctors estimate happens in only about 1 in 10 to 15 million cases.
4 sacs, 1 placenta, which means that they were monozygotic. They came from 1 fertilized egg, which then split into 4, which is incredible.
Now, the parents who already had 4 children say they were taken by immense surprise when they learned 4 more were on the way. We will have more news ahead, but first.
Yeah, we got one more day of unseasonably cool conditions, and then we're going to start warming right back up with maybe seasonal conditions or even some more humid conditions coming towards the weekend. We'll break it all down coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
Tom Tiffany is a MAGA extremist. He supported January 6 rioters, voted to shield violent QAnon radicals, and wanted to overturn the Wisconsin election results for Trump. Tom Tiffany's agenda is too extreme.
Get an 11% rebate on everything at Menards.
fans. We carry a huge in-stock selection of ceiling fans that add elegance to any room. Find your style with this Patriot Lighting Covington ceiling fan. Pick it up now for a value of $139.99 after rebate. Ceiling fans also help save on energy costs year-round. Hunter fans create the perfect look for your spaces. Right now, this Hunter Quiet Breeze ceiling fan is a value of $84.99 after rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford crew.
Where you been, Hank?
Little field research. Show them what we got. Check this out.
Looks like America is loving Ford quality.
And J.D. Power backs it up.
Ford is #1 in new vehicle quality, and F-Series are America's best-selling trucks.
Great deals, crazy good capability.
America, this is what summer's all about.
Get 0% APR for 36 months and $1,000 toward your down payment on select Ford vehicles, plus a complimentary maintenance plan for 2 years.
Here I am, field trip chaperone.
Before helping prevent migraine with Qulipta, it was hard keeping plans.
And look at me now.
You'll never truly forget migraine, but Qulipta reduces attacks, making more zero migraine days possible to help give that forget you get migraine feeling.
Don't take if allergic. Stop taking and get help right away for allergic reactions like trouble breathing, face, lip, or tongue swelling, itching, or rash. Tell your doctor about increased blood pressure or color changes, pain, or numbness in fingers or toes.
Ask your doctor about Qulipta to help prevent migraine.
Is your concrete cracked, stained, or darkening your space? Here at River Valley Floor Shield, we provide a concrete coating that turns that dark and damaged space into a durable, weather-resistant surface that matches your home perfectly. We are looking for limited home orders to take place in our concrete blow-up special, where they will receive 25% off the project and a new space they're proud of. Call today to see if you qualify.
Tom Tiffany is a MAGA extremist. He backed a bill to criminalize abortion with no exceptions for rape or incest. He even voted against protecting access to birth control for women. Tom Tiffany's agenda is too extreme.
Meeting you locally where you are online. Stay updated while you scroll. Follow us on Instagram at WKBT News 8. Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
In developing news, tracking Tropical Storm Bertha. The storm's winds are expected to pick up overnight, and Bertha is expected to bring 8 inches of rain, gusty winds, and coastal flooding from Florida to Louisiana. Folks are loading up the sandbags.
So we get so much water in, the pumps are going to pump an inch the first hour, a half inch every hour after that. So we want to make sure the systems are prepped.
One of the big concerns for places like Pensacola Beach is storm surge. Bertha could push a 2 to 4 foot high wall of water inland. In the meantime, very pleasant conditions, maybe a little gusty at times today, but overall not too shabby. Let's get our forecast from Greg.
Yeah, it's been certainly a long time since we've seen temperatures like this for a while, so it is good. We do get these breaks occasionally during July and August. Unfortunately, you would expect them not to last long, and this one won't last long, although it's a slow climb back up to near average temperatures. And once again, near average temperature this time of year is around the mid 80s for most areas, or low 80s as you go further north. So we've had one cold front sweep through yesterday. Here's a secondary one too that has even cooler air behind it, along with gusty winds, a lot of low cloud cover that persist with the cold air coming through and daytime heating. You get a lot of this cumulus activity that builds pretty quickly, but it tends to go away at night, and that's what's going to happen too overall. Now, temperatures today, as we looked at overall, we're seeing, well, that was low temperatures, I should say. Wrong picture there, but pretty much it's been cool overall. High temperatures, a below average as you would expect, about 10 degrees below average, and this goes all the way up to the northern plains too right now with this air mass. Dew points, much more refreshing, 50s, even a few probably upper 40s out there too. And if you look at where all the moisture is right now, it's been really pushed well to the south with that front, and now it's beginning to push back to the west too into the central plains. And eventually we will see some of this, but it won't really come back into the picture is until we get to maybe Saturday or Sunday. We'll get more of those 60s coming back and maybe even 70s as a system comes and pulls that moisture back up. So it's going to be several days till we get the humidity back. And you see over here's the cold air mass that's sitting just to the north of us. It's going to continue to push to the east while the west heats up. That's where the heat dome is. Over time, we're going to start seeing it kind of get closer and closer to the area as that area of colder conditions pushes off to the northeast. We'll see this ridge begin to get close to the area. I would expect Saturday into Sunday. You can see the colors begin to kind of warm up a little bit as the heat begins to build up to the northeast and shift to the east. So we will see some kind of hot conditions and humid as we get towards Sunday before a system comes through. So that's when it will return. Now, if we look at the muggy conditions, you can see the humidity will start to come up to more probably typical areas that we would expect at the end of July by Saturday. And then Saturday night and Sunday, it's definitely going to feel more muggy, maybe even see 70 dew points, close to that as we go Sunday into Monday. But in the meantime, very comfortable conditions all the way through Friday, even early Saturday morning. So that's the positive. Humidity stays low. Precipitation chances, they come back in Saturday night into Sunday. A system's going to dig south. We'll see some of that come swing southeastward. So that's your chance for the weekend. Not a great chance. Better shot as you go further northeast Wisconsin in the UP. Now for tonight, could be kind of chilly in some areas. We can see temperatures once again mid-upper 40s in some of the colder locations. Tomorrow, the difference between today and tomorrow, a little bit less cloud cover and a little bit less wind, but temperatures, in fact, might come down a few degrees in some areas since we're going to start off a little bit cooler than we were for Tuesday. And then going into Thursday morning, another kind of chilly night once again. Low 40s, in fact, for some areas, but everyone's pretty much in the low 50s. And then we'll start seeing the temperatures come up for Thursday, and eventually then Friday we'll get back to the 80s. Seasonable conditions kind of by Saturday, and then the humidity and the temps really jump on Sunday, kind of as a warm front lifts across the area, and that'll be followed by a cold front, and with that we'll have showers and thunderstorm chances come Saturday night, probably through Sunday morning, and then there's additional chances next week, but we get kind of in the typical July pattern as we go into next week, which means mid to upper 80s, and your rain chance is kind of off and on as we have storms that'll come through the area. But in the meantime, enjoy the next several days.
We shall. Yeah. Thanks, Greg. Coming up, America's latest obsession is getting its own bobblehead. How you can score your very own Jimothy statue.
Proper installation of your new windows make a difference. The team at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions are factory trained to make sure your windows are installed to last. Call or stop into the showroom for your free estimate.
Up to 59% off list at the huge anniversary sale at Slumberland. Get this Ashley sectional for just $9.99 and get the Ottoman free. This Sealy mattress just $3.99. Pay no interest for 59 months on qualifying purchases at Slumberland.
You don't have to look too far to see living proof of Washington's failures. It's endless money for foreign wars and nothing but increased costs for hardworking families. I grew up on a dairy farm, ran a small business, and wait tables to pay the bills. I fight for people. It's why I refuse corporate cash, and I won't trade any stocks in Congress. We need more working class folks to represent us in D.C. that'll stand up to special interests. I'm Rebecca Cook, and I approve this message.
Summer tastes better with ice cream. At the Westby Cooperative Creamery Cheese Store, you'll find hand-scooped ice cream that's worth the trip. Pick your favorite flavor, grab a cone, and enjoy a sweet treat made for Wisconsin summers. While you're here, shop delicious cheeses, local products, and gifts for the whole family. Cool off and treat yourself at the Westby Cooperative Creamery Cheese Store in downtown Westby. Westby Cooperative Creamery, where Wisconsin tradition meets a scoop of happiness.
There are few things in your home that you use any more than an entry door, in and out every day. And then again, when you look at your windows, that's what brings the light and brightness of the outdoors into your home. If it's time for you to get a new entry door, new replacement windows, there's no better time than now to call the Board Store Home Improvements, where we have the finest windows and the finest installers. Call today for a prompt free estimate.
People come in different sizes. That's why Slumberland invented the any size, one low price mattress sale. No matter what size mattress, twin, full, queen, or king, you pay one low price. Get this memory foam mattress for just $99, only at Slumberland.
The news continues on News 8 Now. Expect more.
Well, by now you may have seen Seattle's internet sensation raccoon named Jimothy. Well, he has reached ultimate fame. He's now an official bobblehead. Yes, the National Bobblehead Hall of Fame dropping the news today. The cost is $30, but it will not ship until December. The raccoon went viral this month after a video of him scurrying across the street drew more than 10 million views across social media. And this is pretty significant because if we can all remember Punch the Monkey earlier in the year. That was quite the social media sensation. And I don't know if Punch ever got a bobblehead, so good for Jimothy. We'll have another look at tonight's forecast right after this.
Stubborn clog that just won't give? With our drain cleaning services, we can remove those stubborn blockages without jeopardizing the integrity of your pipes. For a limited time, we're offering financing options with no interest if paid in full within 18 months. So call today.
Our father started this business in 1992, so we've been helping people hear and understand better for 32 years.
You're calling a local number and having a local person answer. We do online scheduling, so you can always visit our website at your convenience.
We do a full hearing evaluation here. We do the delivery of the hearing aids. We do the maintenance, the cleanings, the repair work. So everything's done here in our office. You don't have to go somewhere else. We like helping people hear better. It's rewarding.
Better Hearing Center next to St. Pat's Church.
So I had pain in my feet for a good 20 years.
It felt like I was standing on marbles.
Something wasn't working with my feet. Was diagnosed with plantar fasciitis.
If your feet aren't comfortable, the rest of the body suffers.
So I went into the Good Feet store and bam. They wanted to make sure that they gave me the right arch support.
You put in the arch supports. To me, it was almost miraculous.
It really brought me back to being able to be me.
I can run, I can walk. This is not something that you could solve online. Reclaim the good life with a free arch support fitting at the Good Feet store. Good feet, good life.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we know inspiration's in full swing this time of year. So bring us your wild ideas and we'll bring the value on the quality supplies you need to make it happen at unbeatably low prices. Right now, during our summer pet care sale, get a free $10 Blaine's gift card when you spend $50 on Tidy Cats litter or Friskies cat food and treats. Plus, save on Varathane wood stains, 15% off. Find value on everything to do your thing. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
At Spectrum, we believe you shouldn't have to choose between speed, reliability, and value. That's why Spectrum fiber-powered internet gives you all three for just $40 a month. No contract, no commitment. And set up your internet in under 10 minutes. Spectrum fiber-powered internet delivers the most reliable internet for everything you do at home. Streaming, gaming, and connecting. Switch today and get Spectrum fiber-powered internet for just $40 a month. Call now or go online.
Slow or clogged sink, toilet, or main drain? Maxwell White can help. Ask about our $99 mainline drain opening special. Includes a free camera inspection. Address the root problem now to avoid costly repairs or future damage. Call or book online today.
All right, definitely kind of chilly in some areas tonight. We'll have some mid-40s, some of the colder locations. Otherwise, low to mid-50s. And tomorrow, a tad cooler, but less wind and a little bit more sunshine. And then we just steadily warm up. And yeah, it's going to get more humid and even hot as you go by Sunday. So get out and enjoy the next several days.
Yeah, that's going to be crucial.
Yep.
All right. Thank you, Greg. That'll do it for us at 5. Hope to see you back at 6.